Hi, Gary Klaben here. Are millennials lazy, entitled, and unloyal? Well, let's start with some quotes. Each generation imagines itself to be more intelligent than the one that went before it and wiser than the one that comes after it. That's George Orwell. Or from Clint Eastwood, the guys who won World War II and the whole generation have disappeared. And now we have a bunch of teenage twits. So take it from that perspective. We kind of recognize that we've got some biases when it comes to our own generation where we feel we fit. And that younger generation, they're just not quite have it. So is that true? Well, first, millennials. What are they? Well, they're born between 1982 and 2000. They're the largest generation right now living in the United States, and they're the largest in the workforce. And what's important about that is they're going to be receiving lots of assets and from the states, plus they're taking over all the companies out there, and will so in the next decade or two as they move forward through the workplace. Now, what are they? Well, they grew up during a time frame where the internet became popular with email, instant messaging, and Facebook, and all the other social media, and so they're socially designed themselves a little differently. They also grew up during 9/11 and a decade and a half of the war following that they served in, which has really formed their idea about what it is to be safe or not in this country and in the world. And they've gone through two big market downturns in 2001, 2002, and then 08, 9, 10, and so forth. So they're not very convinced about the ability for equity stocks to make money. And they've also accumulated the massive amount of student debt, up to $1.3 trillion, that no generation before has. So they're living at home longer. They're waiting longer to get married. They're waiting longer to buy homes, waiting longer to have children. Why? They don't have the money to do this, and it's something we quite don't understand. It's not of their own making. However, it's interesting that this generation, at least the successful ones that we've worked with over many years now, pay down debt and save at a much higher rate than their parents do. They really believe in that, and they don't want to end up like they've seen a lot of their parents working for many years beyond what they thought normal retirement would be. Very important about them. They're also very intrinsically motivated. What does that mean? It means they really want to believe in the work they do in the workplace. And guess what? They job hop about the same as their parents. Not much difference. And they're not entitled. They want to earn what they place value in the world for. So they're not looking for handouts. Very important to understand that. Why? Because we need to kind of change the conversation about how we work with this next generation. They're going to get all of our assets. They're going to be taking over in the workplace. It's really important to make sure that comes out extremely well for us and for the future of the generations coming down the line. Well, very important aspects of us understanding the millennials and their mindset and what they're trying to do. They're a really great generation. They're really making great inroads right now, and they work very hard just as much as their parents do, and they do it in a different way. And that's always the way it is from generation to generation. It just does not change. It's ubiquitous over time. So until next time, enjoy.